while I was walking, there was a dream where I just saw this two vortex going together. The beauty of understanding that was that the light flashes between that two triangles. The Shiva is the two vortex, which is black. So you come from a vortex inside, a life happens. That is life, the light. And you go into the other vortex, whether that happens. Bijli Mahadev. This is like beautiful place. That Mahadev is like made of butter. So whatever calamity is going to hit the earth, it takes on it. Started my journey at morning 8 o'clock. Bag itself is 3 kilos and the clothes inside. So around 10-15 kilos. I see my tent flying out of that. It's snapping out of the bag and it's going. I'm like, wow. Around about 10-12 vultures coming out. Because they see something falling. Yeah, I went to Mani Mahesh. I'm just drifting off the topic.
Sure.
So, while I was walking, there was a dream where I just saw this two vortex going together, and the same thing I saw was placed in one of those places while walking up on the hill. That there was like a triangle and a triangle. So there are two triangles. Like the stones were kept like that. So if you see, it becomes a triangle and a down triangle, like a damru. Okay. Now, the beauty of understanding that was that the light flashes between that two triangles. That is Shakti. The Shiva is the two vortex, which is black. So you come from a vortex inside, a life happens. That is life, the light. And you go into the other vortex, whether that happens. So you're in a transition process. You're just coming in sleep, and going back in sleep. So while going, are you conscious? So the whole process is to not sleep, but people sleep so much nowadays. Lessen down the sleep to see how it happens. So if you're awake, that means your subconscious, your conscious, your subconscious, it's awake. You can see the whole process and you can literally be awake to see where you are heading. Is what yesterday I was thinking, like, you came in blind, now you're up awake. Now don't shut your eyes. Just be so awake that when you go, it should be a nice process to see where it's going. So when you leave, you should know you have left, but not with the body, but yes, you're left. So that's the transition. So it's like about two vortex. It's like two black holes coming together, and when they curl together, there's a friction that comes in between. It's a light. That's the Shakti is happening. That's the formation of life in between two vortexes. So Shiva and Vishnu, Jing, Shakti, in between the Brahma. So this is what I was thinking yesterday. Like, okay, possibly this is how it is.
Yeah.
When you say enlightenment or processing your life, what is death? How do you walk into death? What is death? Because the whole path of past 3 years is about death. Came close to death also, but then I had an option.
Okay.
To die, sit, get enlightened, or get just suffer being thirsty.
I know that story you have told me, but let us talk about that story. Your journey to Himalayas and.
Oh, this part of the journey was crazy. Last day it was fun. Himalayan ranges, Kedarnath, Nainital, Haridwar, Rishikesh. It was nice, but this year I wanted to finish the whole thing with me going to Kailash. So I started with going to Nepal. There, I spent some few days. Couldn't find a way to go reach the Tibetan border, or Then I checked with China embassy. It's not allowing Indians. Then I came down to Kulu. So, I went to Haryana, met few friends there, and I stayed in the ashram. It was sunny, so then they said go towards Kulu, Manikaran. That side it's nice, Himachal. So I went to Kulu, stayed at Buntar. I got down to Buntar, and from Buntar I went to Bijli Mahadev. This is like beautiful place. That Mahadev is like made of butter. So
Means
butter, Shivling is made of butter, butter. So they say once in 12 years, or after 12 years, the lightning strikes and it breaks. So whatever calamity is going to hit the earth, it takes on it, and it takes time to again reset. So it's really a very strong
so it's
living
been
deity.
happening
And
every 12 years.
oh, it is. It is. So the deities, there are deities in the Himachal. When you go to the mountains, there are deities. There is no guru. You don't need guru, is what they say, because there I met few local guys, and there were stories about the Bijli Mahadev. So there is a temple down in in Kulu, I think so, in one of the villages, where the deity, that the whole process of getting him back into the whole state is done with few people. And there is one room there where whoever enters keeps a blindfold onto him or closes his eyes, goes, and whatever is given to him at inside or whatever is kept there, he brings it out. Okay. So you don't open your eyes inside. Never open your eyes. Few years back, not even very long ago story, few years back, one guy decided to open his eyes inside. He opened his eyes when he went inside, and he saw Lord Shiva standing there itself, and he's like, what do you want? He got stumbled. He looked at him and like, I don't want anything now. Like, I have to give you something. So when he came out, both his hands and legs were turned.
Okay. What is the meaning here?
First of all, there's a system. You don't break the system.
Yeah.
You want to see something which is way above you.
Yeah.
You abide it the way it has been told. Or when you get it, you should know what to ask. Don't fumble when you have the real one in front of you. You have nothing? Okay, let me give you. Twisted him. But whatever touched him made him the part of Shiva. He used to sleep, lie down on that Shivlinga like this, and the same Shivlinga which was up. Handsome. He was not at all able to do anything. His legs in, but he became so awesome that people just started to pray him, and whatever people would go and ask him whatever they wanted to, and he would just and he got some senses where he knew someone is coming. He would tell the guy, "Oh, he's coming, make the way for him."
Oh.
Yeah, all that thing. So one pandit I met, he been, now everyone does dope there. Everyone is in, because the dope grows itself like a grass,
Okay.
and it's also given as a prasad to the Shiv. So, so that deity is all on a different energy altogether. It's a frequency is different. So when you go it, you'll understand that frequency is so crazy. It's like it takes you on a different trip, very uncertain frequency. So this story about this guy was that the pandit knew that he's going with everything, and he carried some stash in his hat, the Nepali hat. They wear that Himachali hat. So he kept it inside it, and he forgot because 2 days he was there, and he was completely mesmerized by this guy because before he would ask, हाँ तू वो मिठाई लेके आया ना वो रख, अच्छा वो फूल कहाँ है, वो उसके पीछे रखा हुआ है, where he would be just lying down next to the shivling, it's inside, and these guys are outside, and he would be addressing it from there saying that हाँ उसको बोल उसके पीछे रखा हुआ लेके आ, अच्छा तू आ जा, पहन वो कपड़े, आ जा अंदर, कर तू पूजा. And then after the puja and everything, they will sit and either he will have BD. So after the whole one day they stayed, the next day they did the again Abhishek, and he was staying there. He said, "Wait, don't go anywhere. Where are you going? Why are you rushing?" He said, "Okay." Other 2-3 guys were staying in the outhouse there, so they didn't come in the temple. So these guys would do little bhajan, kirtan, whatever. They all sing songs, something, and he'll enjoy. Food he will give. On the top there is no food possibility, so the food will come, he will eat. It's on the top, so there's nothing vegetation or anything, so anything comes from the villager. So and that evening he said, "I'm going now." So he said, "Are you forgetting something?" "No, I did everything whatever I wanted to give you." He said, "Okay." So like, "Sure?" Like, "Yes." "No, you when you started your journey you thought about something." So basically when he started, no, he got water from the Manikaran. So Manikaran water is very auspicious for that, because that's Parvati. So later on becomes the Parvati Valley water. So river goes Parvati. So it's very auspicious. So that's the reason he acknowledged him, saying, "Ah, wo leke aa, dal Abhishek kar." While going, he said, "You brought something for him, you forget it." नहीं, वो तेरे टोपी में ना वो निकाल के दे.
Okay. Oh God.
He was like, अरे हाँ. And then he like, there he was like, no questions about how do you know. He's like, just shut up and like. So such kind of people, when they are, there are people who are touched by that cosmic energy, and they become. So think, if you consciously pursue on becoming something like that, what can happen and what cannot happen? Everything is possible.
Everything is possible.
Yes. But you just have to just do nothing. You see, your hands and legs are twisted. What are you able to do now? Are you going to run for your life? Are you run for the food for the family? Anything? Nothing. Is it possible for you to do anything? No. And what do you do? Sit. Still life happens, no? Life happened. He sat and he became something that everyone was surprised how it happened. But it happened. So getting touched by that particle can transform you. That's the reason all these people, what they go? They go and sit in the mountains to get touched by that particle. But everyone is medicated. I went to the mountains seeing everyone's medicated.
Okay.
Everyone runs for the medicine. They think they'll trip and they'll find him. But once the trip goes off, they don't find anything. So I went to Bijli Mahadev. So I went there, I stayed a night. Beautiful feeling, got up in the morning. It was Ekadashi, so I don't eat food. So next day I was like, okay, let's see. So morning, the guys were cooking something. I said, what is there? So he said, there's some momos. They make momos. Yeah. I said, okay, little momos. Started my journey at morning 8 o'clock. Came down little bit. It's hardly a kilometer and a half walk. And while I was coming down, so one guy who I was chatting with, I asked him, like, is this the closest one or is this the closest one? He said, where you want to go? I said, I want to go to Manikaran. So that's the reason someone suggested, take this back road. There will be a car down, it will drop you there. Otherwise, there's a straight road which there is a bus which stands, it goes to Kulu. From Kulu, you take another bus to Manikaran and then you can reach there. So somebody said, go back. the back the back door road goes down to the Manikaran Strait. So I came to a point where there was left and where there was right. And these guys, they talk in Himachali, so I was a little clueless. I felt that when I asked for the first time which way, the guy said, "Come, go this way." Then this guy said, "No, no, I'll take him here. He wants to walk." I said, "Bloody!" I started talking, and going on walk and nice. Then he showed me the airstrip. Buntarka airstrip is there, so there's an airport. So he said, "Watch, you'll get a lot of scenery and everything." And I said, "Okay, I'll go from this." When I went down, he said, "There is down, you go, the whole staircase is made by Pandavas and all that thing. Go enjoy watching. I said, "Okay, okay." I went down, then I saw the car going that side. It was 500 meters on the top. I was like, "What the hell? Why the hell I came?" Because it was only 100 meters down and I would have got the car. Now I had walked at least a kilometer down and reaching onto the corner of the street, which is just, the turning. And I'm tired. And when I see the car going that side, I'm like, am I supposed to go all the way there now? So I thought of, taking the road and waiting for the car. It was 9:30. 9:30 sun is like 1:30 sun. Because in mountains, the sun becomes way too close. And the air is cold, but sun is hot. If you stand, you're dried up. It is that bad. I just have 700 ml of water. And my backpack was with trekking bag, the sleeping bag, the tent, and my clothes. Sleeping bag was 1.5 kilos. Tent is 3.5 kilos. Bag itself is 3 kilos, and the clothes inside. So around about 10-15 kilos.
15 kilos.
I'm on the backpack walking, tired because no food. Don't want to, because a day back I did a steep climb. Now I have to walk down. So I was like, wait, let's see. So I start walking down and there's no one on the street. There's not a single person on the street. The car went up, it is not coming down. I'm waiting. I said, what to do? I said, like, this is how it is supposed to be. Like, should I sit here for a long time or just walk? Then I am being a restless fool. I thought of walking. I said, let's walk. Then I walk. So walk down the street. The road is there. The pathway is there. But we are still on the terrain. Quite a terrain. The mountains are huge. The perspective changes. When the vision changes. When you see from the top is different. And when you see from down to top is completely different. So I started walking. The path where the road has been made. No car. I see kids parking their car, but they're walking up. It was Monday. And then I went down slowly. I said, okay, let's see. Someone will come. So now there is a shortcut. We always go for it. Shorter routes. So the terrain is like, the track is like this. And then there is a mid track which goes like this. So I said, okay, it is going like this. Let's walk from the center and go slowly.
And the car goes.
A car goes like this. So now then I started walking down. Came to a point. Then I see a path which is going like this. So I see the turn like this. Bloody hell, when I went there, that thing disappeared. Because when I went from the inside, from the mountain, the whole thing changed. The terrain changes because what is up is not seen because I'm now down. Now for me, it looks like the whole mountain. Whereas I have to climb up and I don't have the strength. So now I'm figuring out where the hell am I? And then I'm like, okay, let's sit. So I get my bag, keep it. So the bag which is loaded with the tent is heavy on the top. I take the water and this thing goes down. I see my tent flying out of that. It's snapping out of the bag and it's going. I'm like, Wow. I'm just looking at it. I said, gosh, I should have taken out on the phone and recorded this thing. But it happened in the brisk of moment. It's like, boom. I was like, everything flying. Doom, da. I'm like, wow. Now this is really crazy. The gravity is too good. Because you never think, no, when things fall, how it looks. And then I see my bag, like if I keep that 90 liters bag, it will be sitting like this. And then it's like a small person falling down and like toop, toop, everything going here, there. And then there is just like around about 10, 12 vultures coming out. Whoosh, because they see something falling. I thought there were only two ones which were roaming around. When the bag fell, there were 12 of them came up. I said, vultures? Wow. Which area where am I now? I just looked at it. I said, what to do? Should I go up or should I go down? So going down was the option which I thought is easy, because climbing up was like, and I wanted water. Whatever water I had was like, okay, finishing. So I said, I'll have little and I just go. Halfway down, looking out for the bag, I get thirsty. And I'm in a state where I was like, I need water. Then I sit quietly and I can hear the stream, a very thin stream flowing. I was like, thin stream, yes, somewhere it's nearby. And my bag, where it fell down, there the stream was. I said, wow, my bag is like a dog who can sniff the water. Battery backup, power bank is broken. The tent, out of the tent, the hooks are there. Everywhere the hooks have fallen. I opened the tent I thought of it's nearby. Animals, one bull was there, and a lot of, you know, the cattle waste was there. A lot of dung was there. So I thought the cattle must be moving around. People might be coming around here. Let's sit here for a while. I sat here and I thought of opening the tent and setting it. So the aluminum thing is with the elastic thing, which is a magnetic thing. It snapped off. It was broken. I oosh. So if the tent was there, I would have stayed there. I could have nicely, because water is there, that's enough. Someone would come, because there's a bull who is sitting there. Someone would come. Otherwise, they have kept the bull to die. I don't know, because the vultures are around. Possibly that's the food for them. All the mind playing things. I said, okay, I saw the biscuits. Opened the biscuits. all powder. I tried to eat everything. The worst thing on that trip was that I tried to have little tang mixed in that water, which messed up my whole journey, because tang makes you drink more. And I just went on and on and on, wanting for more, yes, water. So that was the biggest mistake, or else I would have survived properly. I somehow tried to put that thing, it's very thin stream of water, not very strong, just one pipe which is there, you just put it in, just slowly, it will take 2 minutes to fill the water, like that, the thin stream. So I drink. And the water is so sweet that it makes you drink more and more and more, and your thirst doesn't quench. It's just more and more. I sat there, say half an hour. I said, the day is closing down. We need to reach. We need to be there at some place. Some human grounds we need to be there. Otherwise, things can get crazy in the night. But when I think back, I really think of, I could have set the tent somehow. Somehow I would have done that and stayed there. Some जुगाड़ करके, tent खड़ा करके उसके अंदर सो जाओ. This is what I think when I have now done everything. There I lost my tent. Now, because the bag I got, everything I got, most of the things I recovered. The bag was there, but now the top buckles were snapped off. So I had to put the tent on the side. Now that I'm carrying it, it's pulling me on the. So as I'm getting down, I'm dehydrated. I'm dehydrating very fast. I'm hungry. It's 2:30 in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. No, it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm just like, I should reach down by 3:30 because my vision says I can, because I can see the river, I can see the traffic. I think I can. So I start to walk, take the path of where the stones are, where the waterfall, the dry waterfall, because I found that is the easiest path. Because the Google Maps are not usable there.
Yeah. It doesn't work. GPS doesn't work.
It doesn't show any terrain, nothing. I don't know what to do, so I start walking, Now, climbing down was very difficult because for me to stand and get down was a problem now because I was using more energy by standing. So I started squatting slowly, and sitting and getting down. Now my body started getting spasmatic, legs getting spasms, cramps. Dehydration is hitting that. Now I'm losing the grip on my feet. Slowly I'm trying to go slow, but then I come to a point where there's a flat stone and there is a place down. So I say, okay, that is possible, not so difficult, but I have to slide a little bit. This is how my brain says, okay, let's do it.
And you did?
What happened was the bag snapped off
Okay.
because losing the grip, I'm losing the grip, and I just tried to keep the bag and it snapped off. It snapped, and I see my tent falling on one of the branches and the bag going down. Now I say, should I save this one or should I go for that? Two different places. So I try to hold on to that same branch of the tree, and let's see how the bag went down. And somehow I just lost the grip and I went sliding down. Zoop. I said, I don't want to die like this. And I reached, believe me, it was my wrong judgment of understanding that, that's a space. Because that was the end of the branch and end of the cliff. So I went and landed on the branch of the tree, and down I see, damn man, it's a valley. I said it must be 100 meters or something. I'm still gazing, I'm still like 100 meters down. The calculation. Now I'm sitting there, and the bag is there, but the tent is up. I rescued the bag, I'm keeping the bag, I'm like, what to do? Sitting like that and just thinking. So I recorded myself. I like, look at me where I am sitting right now. Everyone says, how the hell do you have the brain to even record yourself when you are literally on the edge of life? I said, the best thing was, the vultures who were making that sarcastic remark. Oh, dinner time, dinner. So they would just move. They're just checking. Oh, where is this guy? Oh, there it is. I was like, no, not your dinner for today. Not your dinner for today.
That was when you had all those injuries?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's. I got bruises everywhere. It was crazy. So I'm sitting there. I recorded everything. My tongue half started. It was swollen up. So now I can't even move. My movement is so down that spasms, and my heart is pumping very fast because now the blood has gone thick. Because no water, no food, literally need something. On my right, it was stone and a cliff. On my left, it was like the stone wall complete.